It's President Obama continuing his 6-day European trip with a stop off at Buckingham Palace. Queen Elizabeth II and King Philip welcomed Obama and the First Lady, and they took a tour of the palace and received a 41-gun salute. We should have a 41-gun salute for our next guest. Al Hunt is up in New York on set here with us. It's always good to talk to you, Al, even better in person.
It's great to be here, Margaret. It really is. I love the first part of the trip to Ireland, where they celebrated all the Irish, the Kennedys, the Brennans, the Obamas. And then, of course, in Great Britain, where they really do pomp and circumstance well.
They do. The Obamas of Moneygall, right?
Yes.
We're looking at the pictures of the president and the first lady lifting a pint yesterday in Ireland. Always one of the friendlier countries in Europe for an American president to visit.
The Irish love Americans. It's probably been there for a long time. With Jack Kennedy, it really became in full bloom because they still adore Kennedy's there, the first Irish American president. But they love Ronald Reagan, they love Bill Clinton, they love Barack Obama, all three of whom have claimed Irish roots, and the Irish just love to accept that.
Well, it's interesting at a time when, I mean, there is a lot going on the foreign policy front. A goodwill tour. Explain to me why the president is doing this now. Why the UK? Why Ireland? Why Europe?
Well, in part, it's nice for presidents to go places, I suppose. It used to be in the old days that the presidential approval ratings would climb after a foreign trip. That no longer is true. There are probably some important things that have to be done with the UK. It still is a very important partner. Ireland is not an insignificant country, and it was only, I guess, what, 24 hours. There were nice pictures, and he felt good. So I think the president's entitled to that. Substantively, not a lot.
Not going to move the needle for him. Well, while he's been away, there's been a lot of talk and posturing about who may be challenging President Obama in 2012. How did you read the Mitch Daniels announcement?
I thought Mitch Daniels would have been a really interesting president. I never thought he would be a really strong candidate, so I don't think he opens up the field a lot, with one exception. There were a number of Bush and Wall Street money people who were very interested in Mitch Daniels. That money's going to have to go someplace else. A lot of betting where it'll go. My guess is that no one will command the attention that Mitch would have from that particular group. Some will go to Romney, some will go to Tim Pawlenty, and some will go to John Huntsman, who is sort of coming up on the inside now.
Yeah, hasn't made that one official quite yet.
Right, he hasn't, but he is giving every indication he's going to run. Was in New Hampshire for 4 or 5 days. Our Lisa Lehrer was up with him, and she said, boy, he got great crowds.
What about Tim Pawlenty?
Well, Tim Pawlenty is he's somebody who is acceptable to the social conservatives, and he's also acceptable to the economic conservatives. Two-term governor in Minnesota. He hadn't registered in the polls yet. He's he's not unacceptable to anyone. That may be a virtue in this field.
But as you were talking about the Wall Street money or the business community, they're not as enthusiastic about him as Romney?
They don't appear to be, and they don't much know him. He has a money problem. He's never raised a lot of money, and it is the mother's milk of presidential politics. You got to raise money, and Pawlenty has done okay, but he's got to do better.
And where does he go to do that?
Well, he goes to every place. New York, Texas. He had a pretty good fundraiser in Texas a few weeks ago. He'll have to try to tap into the so-called bundlers, the people who will bundle other people. That's what Mitch Daniels had. And if you could pick up some of those, it would help. He's got to raise enough to be really competitive in that first cycle.
What's in your notebook? What are you watching?
Oh, I'm watching so much these days, Margaret, but I really think that while we're sitting here talking about Obama in Europe and the presidential race, a lot going on with this Biden group back in Washington, and there's some people who are saying, you know something, entitlements and taxes are so tough. We may not be able to do either. Let's just do domestic spending. That would be a very short term, a very cosmetic fix. I'm not sure markets will accept that.
Well, I guess it depends how close we get to August the 2nd, right?
August 1 midnight. That's the way politicians are.
Do you think we're going to get that close?
I think it'll be.
That close to the brink?
I think we'll go right up to the brink. I really do, because that's what they always do.
Al, we're going to need you back in New York for that one. We're going to have to leave it there, though.
Thanks, Margaret.